As Sean said, I'm Jessica. I'll be leading your Vinyasa meditation class today. For the next 45 minutes, we're just going to try and slow down on our mats. So you're going to want to come to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat, wherever you're sitting, bringing your hands to your knees, face down, either closing your eyes or bringing your gaze to the floor. Take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Inhale all your stressors and exhale, let them go. Continue to control your breathing. Bring mindfulness to your mat. Bring focus to the things around you, whether that's sounds, smells, touch. Inhaling all your stressors and sighing it out, letting go. Keep your spine straight, your crown lifted without building too much tension in your back. Really just become present where you are right now, feeling your sit bones against the mat or the floor. Take note of any distracting thoughts that come through, letting them pass, moving on to the next thought. Inhale one last time for your stressors, filling your belly like a balloon, and exhale, sigh it out, letting go any tension you might be carrying from this past week. As you begin to slow down, as your heart rate drops, begin to imagine a light building up in the corner of the room. With each inhale, that light makes its way towards the crown of your head. Inhale, let the light travel down through your crown, traveling down your spine, towards your fingertips, your toes, extending and expanding with each breath. Let the light warm you, soothe you. Take this time now to set an intention for the class, whether that's an intention for yourself, your personal practice, or for someone else. Return to your natural breathing and find stillness wherever you are. slowly begin to deepen your breathing, bringing attention back to each inhale and each exhale. Bring movement back into your body by wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe bringing some movement to your neck, rolling your head forward, your ear to your shoulder. Come back to stillness, keeping your eyes closed or leaving a gentle gaze on the floor. Take a deep inhale, lifting your arms up and around overhead. And exhale, twist your arms over to your right side, twisting your spine just gently, using your right hand as a kickstand, using your left hand to hold on to your right knee, and bringing your gaze over your right shoulder. Remember to keep your spine straight, your crown lifted towards the ceiling, almost as though there's a string pulling you up through your sit bones towards the ceiling. With each inhale, lengthen your spine, and with each exhale, deepen your twists just a little bit. Inhale, bring your arms back up and around overhead. And exhale, twist over your left side. Using your right hand, hold onto your left knee, and your left hand as a kickstand, bringing your gaze over your left shoulder, lifting your crown towards the ceiling, and bringing a gentle twist into your spine. Take one last full breath here. And on your next inhale, bring your arms back up and around. Using your exhale to fold over your legs, walking your hands forward, keeping your spine straight, your crown lifted, pivoting at your hips as opposed to curving your spine. Use your exhales to slowly walk your hands a little further, reaching as far as you can while still honoring your body's boundaries. Take one more full breath here. And inhale, begin to walk your hands back up towards your body. Exhale, bring your hands out to your sides. Inhale, your arms up and around overhead. And exhale, fold back over, walking your hands forward again. Again, using your exhales to walk a little further into the pose. Take one more full breath here. Use your inhale to walk your hands back up towards your body. Exhaling your hands onto your knees. Inhale, lift your chin. Push your heart out towards the camera or the laptop. And exhale, curve your spine, Bring your gaze to the floor. Inhale for a seated cow, lifting your gaze and curving your spine the opposite way towards the computer. Exhale, curve your spine backwards for a seated cat. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, heart back. Take an inhale and use your exhale to come to a tabletop position, planting your hands about 2 fists apart, lining up your knees with your hands, and coming to a straight spine. Use your inhale to lift your gaze, tucking your toes and dropping your belly. And your exhale to untuck your toes, curve your spine, and bring your gaze down to the floor. Inhale for cow, dropping your belly, looking up. And exhale, cat, curving your spine, pushing the floor away. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. And exhale, come back to child's pose, bringing your hips towards your heels. Your hands can reach forward or come along your sides, your forehead touching the mat. In any moments of discomfort, this pose is here for you as a resting pose. Lift your hips back up for a tabletop, tucking your toes, and lifting your hips back for a downward facing dog. Make any gentle movements here that feel good and serve your body. Come to stillness. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, bending your knees. And exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, staying folded over your legs. Inhale to bring your arms up and around overhead. And exhale to fold back over. Inhale to halfway lift, straightening your spine. And exhale, fold back over. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead. And exhale, fold back over. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands and step back for plank. Inhale to lower down, dropping your knees, your chest, and your chin, and coming up between your hands for a back bend. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, come up for another back bend. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, come up for one more back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips back for a down dog. Bring your right foot out behind you for a three-legged dog, bending your knee and opening your hip. Take a few circles here, clockwise. And then in the opposite direction. Come to stillness, bringing your leg back out behind you. And then up between your hands, dropping your back knee for a low lunge. Begin to walk your hands backwards, curling your right toes towards your face. On your next exhale, walk your hands forward past your foot, bending deeper into your right knee, while keeping all three corners of your foot ground into the mat. Inhale, walk your hands back, curling your toes up towards your face. And exhale, forward past your foot. Inhale, backwards. And exhale, forward. Inhale, backwards. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come back to round your foot. Lift your back knee and come up for a high lunge. Bringing your hands up towards the ceiling, your arms squaring off around your ears. Keeping a bend in your right knee. And standing on your left toes. Hold this pose for a few breaths, controlling each inhale and each exhale. Keep your hips as squared off as you can. Inhale, and use your exhale to pivot your left foot so that it's perpendicular with your right, bringing your arms out to a T. Keeping a bend in your right knee, bring your gaze over your right fingertips for a warrior two. Keep your hips squared off. Breathe into every sensation in your body, directing each inhale to any stretches you might feel in your arms, your hamstrings, really anywhere in your body. Inhale, flip your right palm and reach your right hand over your left side for a peaceful warrior, bringing your gaze to follow your right fingertips. And exhale, bring your right forearm to your right knee, bringing your left hand towards the ceiling, your gaze following the left side. Inhale for peaceful warrior, reaching your right hand over your left side. And exhale for side angle, bringing your right forearm to your knee and lifting your gaze and your hand up to the left. Inhale for peaceful, reaching your right hand over, being mindful of the bend in your right knee. And exhale for side angle, reaching your left hand towards the ceiling. Inhale for peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, bring your hands back to a T. And use your exhale to pivot your toes so that they match the left foot. Exhale your hands out to your sides. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. And exhale, fold over your wide legs. Take any movements here that feel good, just as you would in a downward facing dog. Whether that's walking your hands to one side, then the other, coming to your forearms or a block, bending into one knee, then the other, coming up on your tippy toes. Take any movements here that feel good while still honoring your body and not pushing any boundaries. Take one more full breath here before coming to stillness. Plant your left hand down on the mat, reaching your right hand towards the ceiling. Your gaze can follow your right hand. Open your right side to the ceiling, almost as if your heart is reaching towards the sky. For a deeper twist, you can reach your right hand towards your left thigh. Slowly return back down to the mat, keeping both hands anchored down. Anchor your right hand, this time lifting your left hand towards the ceiling, your gaze following. Opening your heart to the ceiling and twisting your spine. If you did so on the other side, reach your left hand towards your right thigh. Come back down to the mat, bringing both hands anchored down onto the floor. Walk your hands forward for a wide-legged downward facing dog. Come back to center and walk both hands back through your legs. Inhaling into every sensation in your body. Come back to center. Walk both hands over to your right side, bending into your right knee. Keep the inside edge of your left foot ground onto the mat. Slowly, gingerly walk back to center. And do the same to your left side, walking your hands over to your left foot, keeping the inside edge of your right foot on the mat. Walk your hands back to center, and then back over to the right. Walk your hands back to center and over to the left. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead. Exhale, unwiden your stance a little bit, bringing your toes and your feet a little closer together. Point your toes outward and use your next exhale to bring a bend into your knees and bring your arms to a cactus, keeping your hips squared off, keeping that bend in your elbows. Almost as if you're pushing your hips forward. For an extra challenge, you can come to your toes for goddess pose. If you're on your toes, return back to your heels and exhale to release. Bringing your hands back out to your sides. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, bring your arms up and around. And exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbows and take a gentle sway back and forth to release any tension you might be carrying in your legs or your upper body. Use your next exhale to bring your hands back down towards the mat, coming to stillness. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, fold back over your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead, and exhale, bring your hands out to your sides for mountain pose. If you're not facing the front of your mat, just turn around and face back forward. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead. And exhale, fold back over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands and step back for plank. Lower down by dropping your knees, your chest, and your chin, and coming up between your hands for a back bend. Tuck your toes and lift your hips back for a downward facing dog. Lift your left leg out behind you for a three-legged dog. Bring a bend to your left knee, opening your hip and taking a few circles in one direction. Go in the opposite direction. And return to stillness, coming back to a three-legged dog with your left leg out behind you. Exhale, bring it up between your hands, dropping your back knee for a low lunge. Inhale, walk your hands backwards, curling your left toes towards your face. And exhale, walk your hands forward, taking a deeper bend in your left knee. Inhale, walk backwards, again curling those toes towards your face. And exhale, walk your hands past your foot. Inhale, walk backwards. And exhale, walk forward. Inhale, backwards. And exhale, forward. Inhale, come back to square your foot off with your hands. Tuck your toes. Lift your back knee. And bring your hands up for a high lunge, so that your arms are squared off with your ears. Your hips align with your shoulders. A bend in your left knee. A strong gaze forward. Inhale into every sensation, directing each breath towards whatever sensations you might feel in your legs, your arms. Take one more full breath. And pivot your back foot so that it's perpendicular with your left foot. Bringing your arms out to a T, your gaze over your left fingertips. Your hips squared off, aligned with your shoulders. A bend in your left knee. Inhale to flip your left palm and reach it over your right side for a peaceful warrior. Exhale, bring your left arm towards your left knee, bringing your right hand reaching towards the ceiling for side angle. Inhale for peaceful. And exhale for side angle. Inhale, peaceful. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, one more round, peaceful. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, come back to a warrior two. Use your next inhale to pivot your back toe back to a high lunge so that both toes are facing towards the front of the mat. And use your next exhale to cartwheel your hands down to round your left foot. Bring your left foot back for a plank. And either lower down to take your back bend or come down to a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bend your knees, look forward, take an inhale, and exhale. Step or hop to the top of your mat, folding over your legs. Inhale to halfway lift, straightening your spine. And exhale to fold back over. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead. And exhale, bring them to prayer. Widen your stance about mat's width. Point your toes just slightly outward. Take an inhale to prepare. And exhale down to a yogi squat. Pushing your elbows into your knees, keeping your spine straight, your crown lifted. Find stillness here, bringing your gaze forward. Take one full breath here. Inhale. And use your exhale to come back to your sit bones, bringing your feet straight out in front of you for staff pose. Inhale, bring your arms up and around overhead. And exhale to fold over your straight legs, keeping your spine as straight as you can, your gaze forward, your crown lifted. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back up towards your body. Exhale your hands out to your sides. Inhale, bring your hands forward, palms face up. And exhale to slowly lower down to your back, as controlled as you can through your core, one vertebra at a time. From here, hug your knees into your chest and take a gentle sway to the left and to the right. Use this pose to massage your lower back. Take one more full breath. Bring your hands to your side and lift your feet so that they're reaching up towards the ceiling, flexing your toes towards your face, keeping your knees as straight as you can. Inhale and exhale, hug your knees back into your chest. Reach between your thighs for the outside edges of your feet for a happy baby. You can take any variations of happy baby that feel good for your body, whether that's straightening one knee, then the other, or both at the same time. I like to bring the soles of my feet together for one last stretch in my thighs. Take any last movements before our final rest of the class. And when you're ready, come to lay in Shavasana, corpse pose, with your legs out in front of you, the insides of your feet open to the ceiling, your palms face up to receive the energy of the room. Bring a soft gaze to the ceiling or close your eyes, coming to stillness. Take one more deep inhale, filling your belly up like a balloon. And exhale, sigh it out. Return to your natural breathing. Notice any thoughts that come up acknowledging them and letting them pass, to move on to the next thought, trying not to hold on to any for too long. Stay in stillness for just a few moments more, and I'll bring you back to movement in just a minute. Begin to bring attention back to your breath. Bring movement back into your body by wiggling your fingers, your toes. Take a deep inhale, bringing your arms to reach up overhead, your toes reaching in the opposite direction for the deepest stretch of the day. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow into a fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed or bringing a gentle gaze to the floor, come to a seated position with your hands at prayer, at heart center. Take a moment here to reconnect with the intention you set at the beginning of class. Thank you for letting me guide you through this practice and showing up for yourself on your mat today. Namaste.